Some battles are won by trusting God, not by striving harder. Hello, my friends. Welcome back. Grab your gloves. I have an idea, and around here, that can either mean something amazing is about to happen, or we are going to learn something the hard way. Whatever happens, my name's Tammy, and I'm so glad you joined the chaos with me today. Today is part 2 of my part 1 video on Wednesday. So we are going to try something new in this tray that we made on Wednesday. I don't know if you remember a while back, or if any of you pay that close of attention. I know some of you do. So some of you may remember that I mentioned I wanted to try some stained glass look on epoxy resin pieces. I know that some have done it in different ways, but I've never seen it done this way. It doesn't mean it hasn't been done this way. I just hadn't seen it, couldn't pull it up. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen. I ordered 2 different grouts. So we've got this one right here. And then I ordered, this one was a little bit more. This is Jennifer's Mosaics Indoor Outdoor Powdered Grout. One is sanded and one's powdered, I believe. Let's see. I think so. I believe so. I put one of my little ties on there. I opened it up and got it all ready for us so I wouldn't have to open everything. I haven't used it yet. I thought we'd do all that together because I'm interested to see how the, after we lay the stained glass on here, I want to pour some epoxy resin over it to lock everything in. That's why we sanded the tray, so we could get that nice grit to hold the grout onto the tray. And after we get our stained glass laid and get the grout in there and the grout dries, then I want to seal it all in with epoxy resin. But I do not know if the epoxy resin is going to bubble up from the sand, the grout. You know how every time you put resin and sand inside of resin, it bubbles up really bad? I don't know what's going to happen, but we're going to find out together and see if we can do this. I think it would be absolutely beautiful if we can pull it off. And I'm going to use this Jennifer's Mosaics Indoor Outdoor Powdered Grout for this project. If it doesn't work, then we'll try this one. That's why I ordered 2 different ones. This may be a process for us to learn together, but I thought it would be pretty cool and a whole lot of fun. Let me know in the comment section below if you agree. Do you like projects like this? Let me know. Okay, let me get our stained glass. We're going to go ahead and glue it on here because I want to do it a certain way. And I want it to stay exactly where I put it instead of putting the resin down there and the glass starting to float all over the tray. So, yeah, we're going to glue it down first. And I'm going to use this liquid fusion because it dries pretty quick. This is the fire glass that I want to use. Let me show you my idea for the glass inside the tray. Usually people do designs with their stained glass, like butterflies or, you know, squirrels, you know, chickens. Just a design with their stained glass. I don't have anything to make a design, so I'm going to do this off the top of my head. What we're going to do is put some of this colored glass right here in the center. And I'm going to walk it where I want it and get it nice and pretty, formed into a cross. Something like that. Okay, stay with me now. Then we're going to take this glass here and we're going to fill it in on the sides. So this in the center will bring that cross out because it's a different color. And then we're going to fill it in with this other glass. I think that's going to be beautiful. All right, I'll bop you on a time lapse. And what a time lapse is, if you don't know, is it makes the video go a little bit faster. You can still see what I'm doing, but it's just in a really fast mode. So that way we can cruise through this and you won't have to sit here and watch me glue each piece down. Okay? All right, I'll meet you back on the other side, my friends. Okay, I finished laying the glass in there. It's not perfect, you know, but I think it's pretty good considering I pieced it together myself. But what I noticed while I was putting it on there, these glass chunks are a little bit taller than these. So I hope that's not going to make a big difference when we lay the grout in. So, I don't know. Alright, I'm going to go put this glass up. We're going to let this glue dry in here. And then we're going to get some epoxy resin and pour it in here to lock all of that in. And then we'll lay the grout. So I'll meet you back when this glue's dry. See you later. I wanted to share this with you right quick. I make these cute little rings. I think they are precious. I forget what I used to make this one, but I know I brushed in the holographic powder by Let's Resin. Now, they retired these. They don't sell them anymore, but someone told me you can find them on Temu. I need to get me some if that's true. I need to go look and see because I absolutely love that kit. But this mold right here is one of Intoresin's molds. It was one of my picks a long time ago. But I want to show you how I create them. And I'm going to be placing these in orders so that some of my subscribers can enjoy them too. I think they are just so stinking cute. So I made some different colors here. Look at that glitter right there. Isn't that pretty? So how we're going to finish them off right quick before we get to this tray, I'm going to show you. I mixed up some 1 Hour Promise epoxy right here. And that's what we're going to put on the back to lock the ring in so it doesn't go anywhere. You don't knock it off of the band. I need to get some more of these. But let's do a gold one. I don't really like that brassy color. Do you? Let me know in the comment section below. Do you like that one? I'm going to take a silver. My favorite's the gold and the silver. As you can tell, I don't have many of those left. Let's do silver in the blue. And let's do gold in the red. So we have 2 gold and 2 silver. And I love these right here that I purchased. They are so cute. Look at that. Isn't that band just the cutest? I love it. And you could create on it. And these open up so you can get them to fit your finger. And you could just create something inside of there. Super cute. I'm fixing to go take my mom to the doctor. That's why I've got mine on. And got my bracelets on. I'm fixing to go take her to the doctor right quick. So we're going to, let me show you how I do these right quick. I just take these out. And now I'm going to add some of this resin in there. Drop this right on in. And make sure it's straight. And then we'll drop a little bit more on it here in just a minute. Let's see here. I wonder if I should do that one in silver and this one in gold. No, let's just keep it like I had it. Oh, that resin's getting warm. We're going to leave it alone, let it cure, and then we'll demold them together. And let me know if you like that idea. See you later. I made another one of these refrigerator magnets, so let's take this one out and see what it looks like. Oh, that's pretty. I like that one. You think that's pretty? I love that brown. Now, this is one of the colors I got from Laura's Art Corner. This is one of Laura's micas. It's the brown sugar dahlia. It's beautiful, isn't it? Isn't that pretty? It's got a beautiful sheen to it. But this is a matte mold, so it's not going to be glossy. That's what you'll see on the other side. This is what the color looks like. Beautiful brown. See there on the side? I'm going to sand it down a little bit and get it level. I don't like to pour them real thick, because if you do, then they're heavy on the refrigerator. So that's why I pour them real thin. That one turned out really cute. And that's the brown sugar dahlia, if anyone's interested. I'll put the link down below and my discount code up here in the corner if you'd like to go grab this and try it yourself. We're going to go ahead and lay our grout on our tray here. And remember, I want to do the Jennifer's Mosaics first. I want to try this grout first, because this one is the sand grout, and the other one is different from this. I can't really remember what the difference is. I picked up one of these too when I was at Hobby Lobby. This is white premixed tile grout. But I don't think this is I don't think this is like on the lines of crafts, like they made this stuff right here. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this. We might do a little experiment with it. Who knows? I have it, we might as well. But it won't be today. Okay, it says on the container here how to mix this. You pour grout into a mixing bowl, adding a small amount of water at a time. Mix until it is thick and smooth. The approximate ratio is 3 parts grout to 1 part water. Apply the grout. Wait about 15 to 20 minutes for grout to set. Then brush away the excess grout using a scrubby or soft brush. It's very important to remove grout from the surface of the mosaic before it is dry. Once dry, buff the surface. Never pour grout down a drain. Okay, let me get, I got a little cup here. Well, that's not going to work. That's got eco resin on it. Gonna get some gloves on. And then we're going to says 3 parts grout to 1 part water. So let's see. What do I got right here? 30 cc's. Okay, we got 30 cc's. I'm going to go ahead and pour it in there. And I wonder if that's going to be enough to cover the tray. I don't know. Let's just do another one because I'd rather have enough than not enough. And I know we're going to end up wasting some. I just know it. Okay, so that's going to be 60 cc's, which is 60 mils. So let's see, how much water do we need for that? So we need 20 mils of water. Says to add a little bit at a time. Okay, it says it needs to be thick and smooth. So I think that's thick and smooth. Looks good to me. Does it to you? All right. Now we're going to get it on in here and then let it sit for 15 to 20 minutes. I've never done this before, so be patient with me. Where's my... I've got us some tools here. That's to push it down in the cracks. Make sure we get it in there. I hope we mixed up enough, you guys. I don't look like I mixed up a lot. I might have to mix up some more. You think we have enough? I don't know. Try to get it down in there. I can't believe we had just enough. But there's a lot packed on there. So I'm going to go ahead and take this. I'm going to start the timer. And we can see how long it takes to set. But I do want to get these Q-tips here. And take some water. I'm just going to spritz some water on them. And I guess it would be alright to go around the roses there and clean off any of that grout around that area. See there, I want to make sure I keep it inside the tray. Nice and neat. So I'm just going to try to go around and pack it down and keep it smooth along the edges there, like that. And clean any of it off. Now, I think I've just got too much on the top there, so I'm just going to rake some of it off since I know that it's good and packed down in there. Just going to rake it off. Okay, we're going to leave it like that. Okay, friends, it has now been 61 minutes and 57 seconds. So, what I learned about Jennifer's Mosaics grout is it does not dry in 15 to 20 minutes. But we are dry now, it seems. So, the best thing to do now, I guess, would be to brush the top of it off. Kind of clean it up. So, that's what I'm going to do. And then we're going to put some epoxy resin over it. And then when the epoxy resin cures, I'm going to take it outside and bop it on the ground. And if this comes out of the tray, then we'll know that the grout did not attach to the epoxy resin. But the one thing I wanted to do that I didn't do was pour epoxy resin around this glass before we put the grout in. So we're going to use my mistake to our advantage and use it as a part of our test. So I'm going to have to get a little wet paper towel or get my brush wet so I can clean this off a little bit better, because it's a little hard at the moment. I mean, it's coming off. It's going to come off. See there? It's going to come off. I have it cleaned off And you know that I don't like using 1 hour Promise Epoxy for top coats, but we're going to go ahead and use it for this. It's going to give us a fast and answer to our experiment here. So that's what I'm going to use. And also, I'm afraid it's going to try to go over the edge. I don't know if I have that packed back enough to where it won't or not. So if that's going to cure fast, it'll be easier for me to watch. So that's why I picked the 1 hour Promise Epoxy. And there's a few areas that I missed, but I can clean those up later around these little roses. Get all that dust off of it and stuff, but I can clean that up a little bit better later on. And I'm going to be making this for my mother. She loves roses, and she's absolutely going to love this. I think it's beautiful right now as it is. And that grout dried up beautifully. I mean, it needs to be protected because if you don't seal it with something, you could just sit there and rake it off. So it's got to be sealed. And we're going to seal it with epoxy resin. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm really, really curious to see if it's going to bubble up a lot, or what's going to happen? How is this grout going to behave underneath epoxy resin? We're about to find out, my friends. I've got our 1 hour Promise Epoxy right here, and it's getting warm already. But here's what I'm using, just in case anyone is curious. This is it. And I'm going to put some plastic wrap underneath it just in case. Well, you know what? I think I'm going to lift it up a bit. Get it up off of that. There we go. That way I can catch the drips if it does start to go over the edge. All right. I think I got everything clean. It's like I missed a spot there. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to pour it right here in the center and kind of move it, bring it out myself a little bit. I don't want to get too close to the edge. I'm afraid it's going to go over. Oh, I did it there. Hopefully it won't keep going over. I hope I caught it just in time. All right, I'm going to stop right there. And try to maneuver it around a little bit before it starts curing. I had to stop and show you this. Take a peek. I do not see anything, any bubbles coming up from that grout. That is amazing. Okay, friends, we still have 30 minutes to go before this is cured. I will meet you back in 30 minutes. Are y'all ready to see what's underneath here? Let's do it. Stop it. Friend, you are not going to believe this. But can we talk about, just for a second, how I always venture away from the 1 hour Promise Epoxy as a top coat because I don't like it. And look, it gives me a perfect top coat on an experimental piece. That is nuts. Yep. My mind might be a little bit changed about using the 1 hour Promise Epoxy as a top coat now. Because this is beautiful. There's not a ripple in sight. The best top coat ever. That's absolutely nuts. I cannot believe it. This is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I love how my cross turned out in the center there. I just love everything about this piece. Everything about it. My mom's going to love it. She'll use it as like a little set her cup on, or, you know, just a little area to set things on. I'm almost certain that's what she'll use it for. But I think it turned out so very beautiful. And now, since I experimented with this piece, I have something else in mind. But I didn't want to move forward with it until I knew that this was going to work. So now I have another experiment for us to run using the stained glass. And this is my first time I've ever stained glassed anything using GROUT. I've never ever done it before. It turned out pretty stinking cute. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. And let me know if you would use this idea on something, on one of your resin art pieces. And if you do it, please share it with me. I'd love to see it. This is absolutely beautiful. And I think you can definitely skip the step that I was worried about. Remember when I laid the glass, I glued the glass down, and then I wanted to put some epoxy in between the glass to kind of lock it in? I think that step was very unnecessary. And I'm so glad I forgot to do it, because I don't think we even needed to take that step. Everything turned out beautiful. Now let's demold the rings that I made. Would you like to see how those turned out? Here they are. Let's take this one out first. And you see how it's all together, and you won't lose your ring off of there. Oh, that is beautiful. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Got to open it up for my chunky finger. Look at that. So cute. So very cute. When I wear these, I only like to wear this one on my hand. But they're comfortable, very comfortable. Okay, so we've got that one. Now let's check this one out. Oh, look at that glitter in there. You can see the little silver back on this one, though, just a little bit. The ring is what I'm saying. You can see it a little bit through there. It's not bad, though. I guess I should have put a color behind it or something. Yeah. I wonder if I can put, I don't think I can now. Nope. I'll just keep this one for myself since I messed it up. You can see the ring through there. I should have made the glitter darker. Yep. And then here's this red one. Isn't that beautiful? I used Laura's Red Jubilee Hollow Glitter to make this. Isn't that pretty? If you'd like to grab that glitter, I'll throw her link down below and my discount code up here in the corner to save you some money while you're there. And then here's this blue one. Oh, that's gorgeous too. All of them turned out so very pretty. I'm just a little disappointed in this one. So pretty. And that's so cute. I love it. And every time I wear these, I get so many compliments on them. I've made like 6 of them for this young girl at the grocery store that I go to. I shop at often. I like to make these little boxes right here for the rings to go in. I used to make them for my booth when I had a booth, but I don't have a booth anymore. But I made that one for autism awareness. And you just stick it down in there. And it has a cute little box to set up in. So for my friends that maybe do set up booths and sell your stuff, this might be a cute idea for you to showcase your rings that you make. Really cute idea. And this is a mold right here that I purchased off of Amazon. And it has a bunch of different ones in it. It has single slots and not double slots. It's got single slots too. So they're super cute. Well, we have reached the end, my friends. Let me know what you think about this project in the comment section below. And if you really enjoyed it, I know I did. I really am excited about learning a lot about this stained glass that I didn't know. And incorporating it with epoxy resin on top of our castings, I think is beautiful. And I don't know if anyone's doing it today, but they really should be, because it's gorgeous. Don't forget to stay after the video if you'd like to see my winner for the weekly giveaway of last week. We're going to be doing the drawing for that. And it's about that time, my friends, for a sweet goodbye, and I will see you in the next video. God bless you. Goodbye, my friends. Are y'all ready to do the giveaway, the weekly giveaway? Yay! I'm ready. But first, let's talk about some things. I saved this for the end of my video because really this is for my friends that like to spend time with me. The ones that don't care about my video being long, or they don't care that I'm yapping when I should be working. This is really for those of you that don't mind those kind of things. That's why I put it at the end of my video, so my other subscribers couldn't get irritated and aggravated at me. So that's where you'll find my giveaways at, the weekly giveaways. They'll be at the end of the video. And I'm going to try to have them done on Fridays, so that way everyone can remember that Friday is the video. You enter in Friday's video, and you get the reveal in Friday's video. So I tried to keep it like that, so maybe we could all remember that Friday's the video. So I have my list over here, but I wanted to tell you something. I don't know if y'all remember this or not, but a while back, I don't know if you remember me telling you that I'd gotten a fingernail fungus from a set of nails that I had worn. It was a terrible experience. I've never ever went through anything like that with my nails before. But I didn't have it on just one nail. I had it on 3. And it took 5 whole months for me to be able to wear fingernails again. It was terrible. But it got to the point where I was going in the nail salon and I was treated so ugly. And I don't know why. It wasn't just me, it was everybody. It's like you walk in and there's this atmosphere of, I don't want to be here. You know, I don't want to help you. I just don't want to be here, period. That's the kind of attitude you would get. And I thought maybe it was because I wasn't making appointments. So I started making appointments. No, that wasn't what it was. It just got bad. And I went to a different nail salon. And it seemed like the same thing's going on there. It just, the atmosphere was off. Like they just didn't really want to help you or whatever. I'm like, hey, I'm being paid to be treated this way. This is terrible. But I just kept enduring it. Just kept on enduring it. And the last straw for me was when I got the nail fungus. And I said, that's it. So I was researching, looking around, and I come across some ladies online that were telling me about having nails handmade and putting them on myself. I thought, oh, well, that might be a way to go, but I never cared for press-on nails. You know, they pop off. I don't care for that. And then they were, you know, telling me, no, they're different these days. You can get glue. They're better quality. You know, you don't buy the ones that's in Walmart. Those aren't handmade. So I was like, okay. They had to school me a little bit. So I got the handmade nails made. These are handmade. And I really like them. The glue that you put on here, friends, it is so strong. These nails are not going anywhere. And if they do, you know, just put a little bit of the glue on, pop it back on, and I'm telling you, it's not going anywhere. So I've really enjoyed them so far. Now, she got my size wrong on this pinky here. I wear a size small in these handmade nails. And it looks funny. But I didn't stir a stink about it because I'm just not one to stir a stink. But I did make sure my next set was right. So I got my new set. And you guys, before I show you my new set, I love nails because it's a form of art to me. So when I show you my next set of nails, don't you dare say, that is the bougiest set of nails I've ever seen. Because you have to understand that I truly believe nails are a work of art. So let me show you my new nails. These here are matte and the rest are shiny. And these have raindrops on them. Aren't they cute? I think they're so stinking cute. But I'm going to wear these for a while. Even though that pinky right there is just ugly. Look at the difference. But I'm going to wear them. So let me know what you think about my new nails. Let's get started on the giveaway, my friends. I don't think I have anything else to share. Oh, we have some Temu packages to order. Yes, I ordered something from Temu. I think it's 3 things. Let me see. Yes, we've got 3 things from Temu we can open together. And you see what I got. I know it's not a big old haul or anything like I used to do. I used to do big Temu hauls. But back when they put the tariffs on, I quit shopping with Temu. And then someone got my card information, and I was told that it was due to Temu, the reason that my card was confiscated. So I had to get a new card. It was a big to-do. I was really upset about it. So I quit shopping with Temu for a long time. And I will not shop with their app. I don't have their app on my phone. I will only Google Temu, pick out what I want, pay for it, and I'm done. It's just ridiculous that your card, your number has to be confiscated these days, and you get stolen from. Your money gets stolen all the time. It just happened to me with Venmo. Someone got into my Venmo, created a ghost account, and I can't be refunded any of the money that they went shopping. It was a lot of money. And I'm just really still upset about it. But they couldn't do anything about it because it was a ghost account. Nothing was on my account. They couldn't pull up anything. I'm telling you, these people that steal your card information, they're getting so smart these days. You have to protect yourself every way that you possibly can. My husband got me this little wallet. And I put all my cards and everything in it. And it has this thing inside of the wallet that if someone walks by you and tries to scan your cards, they can't. So I have that now. I mean, you have to protect yourself every way possible. All right, let's get this giveaway started. I'll quit yapping. I have my list over here. If you commented in last Friday's video, you are on my list. And I'm not sneaky about the list. I'll show you the list right here. I went over this and made sure right before I done the giveaway. That's why my videos are going to be a little bit late today, because I went and made sure that I had everyone's name on here that wanted to be on here. Okay, so we've got Everybody's got a bingo number. I'm going to shake it up. And then we're going to turn the wheel. And then the ball goes in here because you are my winner. Let's go. I got a ball. Who is it? Who is my winner? N39. N39. Let's go see who that is. N39. N39 is Judy1111. Judy, you are my winner, my friend. Judy1111. I know I have several Judys on here, so I wanted to show you to make sure. Judy1111. You're my winner. So email me your address, my friend, and let me know what you want for your prize. Hang on a minute, and I'll go get the things you can choose from, so you won't have to go hunting for it. Okay, Judy, I've got this coaster set that I done. It's really pretty. I put that in there because I think it's really pretty. And I finished it off. I got the dome in there. I got the feet on it. It says, if I had a single flower for every time I think about you, I could walk forever in my garden. Then I've got the notebook here. This is from one of Let's Resin's molds. Not Let's Resin, I'm sorry. Intoresin. They do sound a little alike, don't they? They both have resin in their name. But this is the beautiful notebook that we done together. It's got some pretty things in it. Lots of paper. So if you like to write things down, you might want this notebook. It's beautiful. And then we've got the cats on the toilet. Here they are. They're fishing on the back of the toilet. I love this. It's so cute. You could even put a little succulent in there. Put it on your kitchen sink and put your little succulent in there. Drill a hole in the bottom. You know what? Next time I make one of these, I'm going to put one of my hole makers in there. Let me show you what I'm talking about, just in case I might have some people that don't know what I'm talking about. One of these. I'm going to put one of these in the bottom next time I make one of these. Right there. And that's going to be the drain for the pot. And we'll make some little succulent pots. That would be so cute. I ordered some molds. Why am I putting that in there? I ordered some molds. And we're going to do some flower pots here soon. And then there is the infamous, and I know this is probably the one everybody's waiting on, the tissue box holder. I know this is probably the one you're going to choose, Judy. It's beautiful. Now it has some bubbles in it because if you watched that video, I was not able to get it in my pressure pot because I did not have a jacket for it. I did email Resin about it and they apologized. They told me that they will take my review into consideration and they're going to be changing the listing on their website, how they word it. And I believe they're going to start selling a support jacket with this mold. They're supposed to be shipping me one out since I have the mold. So I don't know. We'll see. But that's why this one has a few little bubbles down there in the bottom. But it's not bad. I wouldn't lie to you. It's not bad. This is a beautiful box. Now the bubbles are pretty prominent right here. See them? But you got to get up close to see them. There's a few down here on the bottom. which you can probably fix those with some UV resin or something. But they're not bad. Just the ones through here are a little, are worse to me. But it doesn't make the box look ugly. The box is still beautiful. And I hate that happened. But the lid goes like that. Now, if you want the lid to go the other way too, I think you might can sand this a little bit. I probably ought to go ahead and do it for you. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that for you. Get those sides sanded because I haven't touched this since we made it. I've had it sitting flat so it would cure and be ready for the giveaways. Be ready for its ride to its new home. So I haven't touched it or messed with it. So I'll go ahead and get that sanded for you and get it ready. If you choose this one, I don't know which one you're going to choose. I just, if it were me, I'd be picking this one. That's just me. But I don't know. You might want something different. But it's up to you. Whatever you want. Let me know. Just email me and I'll get it shipped out to you, my friend. And thank you all for entering the giveaway. We had a few more this week than we had last week. Yep. So let's get these Temu packages and get them open together. Let's see what I got. I don't remember what I got. So I don't know what's in here. Let's see. Man, it has been so hot, you guys. Just ridiculously hot. My mom had another doctor's appointment today. And I trotted over to the Goodwill because it's right there. And it wasn't a very important appointment for my mom. So, and she's got friends in there she likes to chat and talk to in this doctor's appointment. So I let her, I brought her in and everything and let her do that one on her own. And I ran to the Goodwill. And it was so hot. I was just like, oh my goodness. Okay, I guess whatever this is came with this. What is this? I don't know what these are. Why are these in there? That don't make sense. That does not make sense. You cannot wear that on your neck. That's, no ma'am. What is that? You guys, I have no idea what this is. It looks like all three of them are the same, whatever they are. Don't it? No? I think they're different. I don't know. I have no idea. We'll have to pour those. I don't know what they are. But there's spinners. That's a spinner. I don't know. Alright, let's open this bag. Okay, now this didn't come from Temu. This, I ordered this off of Etsy. Yep. It has this little seat right here that hangs from the house. I think it goes inside though, right there. You hang it, and I'm going to set a little friend on it, and they're going to sit there and swing in it. So I thought that would be cute. Now let's open this up and see what it is. And then I got to get this video off. I like to get my videos out by 5 o'clock, but this one is not going to make it today. Oh, that's my flowers. I miss buying these. Remember back when, for those of you that have been with me for a long time, you remember I used to order these all the time? Y'all think I'm kidding. Look, this is just some that's sitting right next to me right now. I love flowers and resin. So let's see what I picked out. Well, you don't get to pick these out. Nope, they send you random stuff. That's what I love about it the most. So we got this beautiful set. Those are very pretty, aren't they? Very pretty. You do not get to pick what you want. They just send you random stuff. And I've never been disappointed. These are beautiful. Beautiful. I've seen the purple like that. I don't know what that flower's name is right there. But I have some of the purple that I dried. I dried all these myself. But I quit. I used to do a lot of flower drying. And I really quit because you can buy them now, you know, and get beautiful flowers. Oh, look at that set. That's gorgeous. I love that. And then I got one more. And they sent a little thank you card in there. And this has got pretty, there's some more of those. And this right here looks really pretty in resin. That pink stuff, I have it in several different colors. These are beautiful. But yeah, you just close it back up and stack them and you're good to go. And I have no idea what these are, but I'm going to pour one of them tonight and see. I don't know. I'll go on my Temu and see what they are. That's what I'll do. I'll throw a picture up here for you so you're not wondering what it is. Well, if you stayed this long, my friend, thank you so much for hanging out with me for a little bit. I really enjoy it. Just sitting and not having to worry about the time, speeding up, who's going to click through it, who's going to click off of the video. At this point, it is what it is. So if you stayed this long, thank you so very much. And if you have any big plans this weekend, let me know. I'd love to hear it. I don't have any big plans this weekend. My husband has, he's allergic to poison ivy, and he has it again for the second time in the past few months. And he's highly allergic to it. So he's on some medication I don't suspect would be going anywhere this weekend. So, yeah, if you have anything exciting, share it with me so maybe I can live a little through you. So enjoy your weekend, my friends, and it's about that time for a sweet goodbye, and I will see you in the next video. God bless you. Goodbye, my friends.